2023 season, I thought a lot went wrong.
We came in with very high hopes, thinking that we were going to be a very good team.
The year before that, we had a Nassau County final run, and we thought it was just going to be a repeat of the same thing. Like, we were returning a lot of starters and a lot of guys that had a big impact.
We didn't click.
I don't think everybody was invested. Not a lot of communication between like the senior leaders and the underclassmen.
Had a lot of one-score games. Almost every single loss we had was almost a one-score game.
Coming up short every week, it's demoralizing, and it's not something that's fun in any way. And I couldn't see that happening this year, our senior year, not like that. After the disappointment of last year, when Zeke was named head coach, he pulled us into the room in January and just told us, how do you want to be remembered? How do you want your senior year to be?
He's like, last year, that's not Mepham Pirate football. What happened last year, that's not us. And as the senior leaders of this team, we knew we needed to make a change. And he pretty much just told us that we control this team. And if we want to make a change, it starts with us.
There on out, we knew we were all in.
Everyone bought in very early. The winter weight room workouts, like everyone that showed up, they were all working. No one was really fooling around.
Just the atmosphere in that weight room, you could tell that things were going to be different this season. The passion, the energy in the room, that's when we really started to become a family.
Just really puts dedication in your guys, that you're showing up, you're on time, you're committed, you're working hard. We had some guys pushing a lot of weight, and that kind of boosted our confidence coming into the season.
Last year, with all of like the lacrosse recruiting, I took a break from football because I thought it was gonna like get in the way, and I didn't want to miss practice and like leave the team thinking that I was gonna be playing and then just like not play.
Owen's always had talent. You know, last year when he stepped away, really broke my heart.
Stepping away made me realize how much I missed football, and it gave me a different idea on football. And it's not just a sport that you play and you have fun with. It's a bond and a family that's gonna last forever.
He sat on the bench, and I know that hurt to see him on the bench, seeing the team that he loved just wither away.
I definitely think I had a little bit of a different attitude. Like, I wanted to earn everything. As the season went on, as I put more work into it in practice and showed the coaches that I really wanted to play, that they were going to give me an opportunity. And I think my game against MacArthur kind of said, like, or showed what I could do.
Owen's a stud. I mean, there's nothing really else to say. He's very good at almost everything he does. Very athletic. He throws the ball 7 yards.
It all starts with the summer workouts, to be honest. That's when football really starts for us here.
It wasn't just like a chore to come to football, it was a job.
Doing sprints, suicides, whatever it was, everyone was all in, full effort.
It was basically like a friendly competition just to be better, but you also just wanted to see your teammates succeed.
7-on-7s were great to go against opponents that are top programs in their division.
We continuously got better, and we finally found like our mojo, and we knew what we were good at, and we knew what we had to do to be successful in the season.
2 days, strapping up the helmet, putting on the pads. It's a great feeling, especially your senior year. You're just ready to crack someone.
People motivate each other, just, everybody's competing for a spot. So that competition elevates the team and just makes us better.
Just to see people step up into roles that they weren't really assimilated in last year definitely showed me that we had guys who were willing to work hard and push themselves to get better for the team.
Coming into the Port Washington joint practice, it was really our first team activity against another team, and we knew Port Washington was a good team. We were ranked high in a really good conference.
We were winning the one-on-ones. The running backs were telling me about how inside run was doing very good. We were mauling them on the O-line.
We played with a physicality that Mepham football is known for that we didn't have last year. That's something that started from those summer workouts, from those summer camps, and we were able to put that all on display.
Even in the scrimmage that we had, we were moving the ball on them pretty well, and they weren't really going anywhere. I knew we had a good team, but I didn't know that we were that good.
From the Port Washington scrimmage, after that, we had the Wansaw and Massapequa joint scrimmage, and I think there we cemented ourselves that we're a good team. We were able to hang with anybody. We were as good as anybody on Long Island.
We were meant for something greater than just getting to the Nassau County Championship, and we've been there multiple times in the last couple of years, and I feel like this was our year. Like, this was our year, no Garden City, nothing could stop us, and that LIC was ours.
Everybody knew MacArthur week 1 was a huge game, homecoming.
Homecoming, obviously, is a huge week. Lots of activities, festivities, but more than just that, it's MacArthur. MacArthur is our rivalry. We hate them. They hate us.
Even though Garden City technically ended our season last year, our loss to MacArthur is really what ended our season and put us playing Garden City 2 games in a row. So everybody knew this was a revenge game.
MacArthur coming in as a 2 seed, us as the 5, we knew that if we won this game, we would make noise around the conference.
Defensively, offensively, special teams, everyone was locked in and ready to go.
That's the game that you could show everyone who you really are. And that was kind of our motto the whole season, just showing people who we are.
We played our asses off. We flew around the field.
Our defense was amazing that game.
They had the very good running back, number 4, but we held them to about 45 yards. He didn't really have anything on us. Our linebacker flying around, our D-line was getting pressure. DBs weren't letting nobody get open.
The teams that we were playing kind of got like a news flash that Mepham's back and Mepham was going to bring it every single game.
Roslyn, we started off firing. We honestly couldn't even get touched on the offensive side, and defense, we didn't let anything up. Calhoun, rival game, we handled business.
What was great to see with that Roslyn game is a ton of kids got in.
It made me and definitely a lot of the other guys really happy, really excited.
Even though these kids might not start, they're still there in the summer, they're still there in the weight room, they're still putting in that work. They're still going to practice every day, and there's just a brotherhood on the team.
Shutting out 3 teams back to back to back, there's no better feeling than that for defense.
The excellence that we had on that defense, it wasn't anything that we didn't expect. We knew from the work that we put in the summer, we knew that we had the ability to do that.
It really just showed an expectation for our defense going forward that we cannot bend, don't break. That was our saying this year.
I felt that Carey game week 4 was huge. Going into that, we were the 2 best teams in the conference.
Both teams undefeated. Both teams had great defenses. Both teams had great offenses. They were returning a lot of guys that started last year. They had a really good team coming back, and they were the preseason 1 seed.
I was excited to see how we matched up and how good we really were, because we knew we were good, but now that Carey game was to show us how good we really are.
We came off flat. Most of us actually played scared.
That first drive, they just pounded the ball. Same play every time. And they just kept getting yards, and we could not stop them.
I think that just stunned us.
Then we got it on offense. Third down. We had like a 70-yard, 60-yard pass to Tyler Raniker, which then got called back for the hold. And that was really demoralizing because if that wasn't called back, we were going to go down and we were going to score. And it was just going to be a back and forth game, but we had to punt.
They got the ball, they scored again, and that was really like a wow. Coming off of 0 points let up all season, just to get 14 thrown up on you in the first quarter of the game, definitely was it was a wake-up call.
Going down 19-0 at half was going to show how our team would respond to adversity.
Even though we're down 3 scores, we have a completely new half to play. How do we want to play that half? How are we going to control that half? And what are we going to do? Are we just going to have another 19 points scored on us and not score anything? Or are we going to fire out and are we going to do something about it?
Coming out of that game, yes, I was upset that it was our first loss of the season, but in a sense, it was good that I saw how we could compete with a good team.
It showed them and it showed everybody that we're a resilient bunch. Even though they, quite frankly, they dominated the first half, we didn't let that stop us from having a successful second half and bouncing back.
How the team reacted to a loss would be a major thing, and how it would tell how the rest of our season would go.
There's going to be competition in our road to the LIC, and that we had to work harder than any other team in our conference if we wanted to get there.
First practice off the Carey loss, firing, we all had the energy and we knew that we had to play better and practice better, and we definitely had one of our best practices.
Carey wasn't the outcome we all wanted, so we had an opportunity playing Jericho next week to take out some of that frustration and some of that disappointment we had. So we had a really great game against Jericho, that's for sure.
We were getting ripped apart.
I was shocked, actually. We didn't play good at all. We were playing like it was our first game of the season.
They were moving the ball on us and getting long drives and really milking the clock, and we couldn't really get it going on offense because we only got the ball twice.
That was the first team that threw the ball on us, hitting little comebacks, running the ball all over us, and I think we were honestly asleep. It was pitiful. It was disgusting.
New Ad Park, they're up 18-7, 45 seconds left to go in the half, and we knew we had to put points on the board to stay alive. Big moments like that, we executed. We were able to get in the end zone, and that kind of set the tone for the second half of the game. There was a lot of obstacles in that game, you know, all the flags, the turnovers. Injuries, but we definitely overcame that, and we showed it in that second half.
It showed how gritty we were and how much we fought for our team and how much this season meant so much to everyone and how much we were going to fight for each other and we were going to leave it all out there for one another.
by the end of the regular season, we were playing the best football we have all season with that decisive win over a good Long Beach team on offense, on defense, on special teams. Just everybody was coming out and doing their job.
Just the regular season record, 7-1. We were projected to go 4-4, losing 4 games, which seemed pretty bizarre to me.
You can't go 7-1 without having a great group of leaders. The direction of the team was really set by those seniors.
All the hard work that we put in over the summer and in the off season, it was paying off. Winning a bunch of games and having a home playoff game made us all extremely happy with all the work that we've put in all year. Going to playoffs, I knew that our team wasn't like any other team that's played at Mepham. I think that we all collectively wanted to leave a huge footprint on this school and on the Mepham football program to do something that teams haven't done here in 70 plus years and win a Nassau County championship.
Who cares that you went 7-1 during the regular season if you lose first round of the playoffs?
But once we saw them be at MacArthur again, a chance to end their season, and everyone was pumped.
We're starting how we started our season, and we're going to end it on our field with beating MacArthur and sending us to Hofstra.
MacArthur, their season, their regular season didn't go as it wanted, but I knew we couldn't overlook them, even though they had a 3-5 record. Because I know 2 years ago, we also played them first round playoffs at home, and we beat them 42-0 during the regular season, and we beat them in the playoffs first round in a nail-biter 14-7 win with Dom DeBello scoring in the last 5 seconds of the game.
There's no tomorrow. Like, you have to work your hardest. You have to take every play, take no plays off, and hopefully you get another week. That was just the feeling.
We didn't start off too strong, but I think a huge momentum shift was Steven Soul. He blocked the field goal, and that really got everybody going. That was a turning point, I think, of the game, because we were able to score in the second quarter, go up on them, and then the second half was a completely different story. It was a one-sided game.
For the program to get back at Hofstra after a 2-7 season is really big.
Mepham football is back. Just a statement like greatness is to be expected.
We didn't really know much about Glen Cove other than they had a really good running back, which was kind of scary that you don't know a lot about a team because you don't know what to expect.
They had the same record as us. They lost to the same team as us, so they had to be pretty good to get to the same spot that we were.
We knew we had to come out firing, and that was the game to see right there, the 3 seed versus the 2 seed.
Opening drive, when they scored, I got a bit frightened. The running back, he just ran down the field on us. There's no sugarcoating it. He punched us in the mouth a few times.
We needed to respond, and we didn't respond.
First 3 drives on offense, we didn't really have anything going. 3 straight, 3-and-outs.
It was definitely very frustrating because I knew that we could move the ball on them. I knew that we could have big plays, but going 3-and-out every drive was just demoralizing, but I knew I couldn't get in my head about it.
And I knew that our defense had to pick up our offense.
Our defense is the heart and soul of this team.
That win defined our team as we always came out, we always fought. We started off slow and we had some things that shot us in the foot a little bit, but once we got going and once we were all on the same page, there was no stopping us. We ran the ball really well on them, we threw the ball really well, everything was clicking.
Beating Glen Cove and then advancing to the county finals, obviously, it's a huge deal for everybody. It's a huge deal for all the players, the coaches, and all the parents, and just everybody who has something involved with Mepham football. We knew we had a chance to do something that hasn't been done at Mepham in 70+ years, so it was really exciting to everybody. Carey, obviously, the 1 seed, and they beat us week 4 when we played them, but I was honestly optimistic going into that game.
Carey definitely remembered us, that we outscored them in the second half of that regular season game. You know, they haven't seen a lot of adversity. We had.
We had to come out hitting. If we didn't hit right off the start, then it was just going to be a blowout.
Practice was like no other. Everyone was balls to the wall. Everyone was going 100%. We had night practices at Newbridge. We all took time out of our day to watch film, to think about football. Everything on my mind and everything on everyone else's mind was football and winning that game.
Being that close to such a big moment in your life is definitely intimidating, but we were all up for the challenge.
Them scoring on their opening drive definitely shook us a little, as well as they did in week 4.
But it also didn't scare me as much because last week I saw that happening to us too, and we came back from it.
That touchdown was super important. It gave us a load of confidence, and it showed them and it showed us that we weren't just going to let them take this game away from us. Like, we were here to play, and we were going to fight for that championship.
The rest of the first half was just a game of tug of war. It was just back and forth, back and forth. Both defenses were on point, and the offenses couldn't really move the ball.
Everyone was there mentally at halftime. We were all locked in, sitting with our position groups, talking it over. I kept on repeating, win your matchups, win the game. I think that was the most belief I've ever seen in this team. Everyone seemed like they were just going to go out there and give it all they got.
We started moving the ball pretty well when we came out. We had a couple of first downs, and then we got forced to a 4th down, and we weren't in good enough field position to go for it, so we had to punt it back to them.
We were getting the stop. They had to punt the ball.
It's tough. That play is just played in my head nonstop because I was so far back. I was the punt returner. I wasn't getting there on time, and we were setting up for a return, a big return. I was going to return the ball, and we were going to get a good chunk of yardage for our offense to come out. And, you know, it's playoffs. You got to expect the unexpected in a way, and they got the first down. Yeah, I think everyone was down after that fake punt, and he just ran it in like Carey always has. Just run it, and lane and got it in. And that was demoralizing to see that we folded.
We couldn't really do much on offense. We were getting pressured almost every single snap. There was no run game.
I was always thinking that we were going to do really well on offense, and it was going to come down to one last stop, or it was going to come down to one last play, but it wasn't that. It was just we got outplayed, and it was unfortunate.
The moral of the story the first time we played them is in the second half. We wore them down, but this time they wore us down. We weren't able to recover.
Yeah, that was tough.
Man, I was crying. I haven't cried in so long. We knew how special this group we had was. We really built such a big bond from like freshman year, sophomore year, and we always love each other, man. Basically what it comes down to is big brotherhood.
Just knowing that you're not gonna put on that helmet anymore, strap up your shoulder pads and go to practice or be on that sideline cheering on your boys, that hit me hard.
Just like immensely proud of everybody on the team, like the work we put in. We went 2-7 last year, and we were the most improved team in all of Nassau County.
There was a lot of question marks all around the team. New head coach, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, new coaching staff in general. We didn't know what we had, and just seeing how the seniors could come together, actually not just the seniors, the whole team, how we could all come together and just make an impact on a program and even the generations to come. It was great to see, and I'm so proud of each and every one of my teammates and coaches, and I couldn't wish for a better year to go out.
Seniors all together, right? 3, 2, 1.
I want to remember my time in Mepham playing football as just a time to go out with your brothers, have fun, put your heart on the field.
It was blood, sweat, and tears. This whole year, the 6 months of the year, just everything on my mind was football. And everything I wanted to do was football. Everything I thought about was football, so it meant everything to be a Mepham Pirate.
At the dinners, hanging out after games, and at the bonfires, seeing the boys in the hallway rocking the jerseys, it's great. And obviously I'm gonna remember the wins and losses, but that's not really what matters most. It's the memories that you made with your friends and your brothers that are gonna last a lifetime.
Mepham football is something very special to me, and I think I'm speaking for most of the guys that this really was a family.